Good evening, guys. I'm Monani Dumelang. Today is a Monday. I'll put the date down, but I think it's going to 9:30. I just got back home, I think 40 minutes ago. I had things to do today. Actually, wait. The last time I left you guys, I was vlogging. I did say that I'm going to an event. I'm going to find my man. I didn't find him. But guys, jokes aside, I'm in my single era and I love it for myself. But we went to the dinner. It was great. I couldn't vlog because I had makeup on and I didn't like how I looked in general. So I couldn't vlog that. I really don't like how I looked, but it was good. It was wholesome, nice and simple. So that's what happened. And today's a new week. I have studying to do this week. I just have things to do. Like schoolwork is piling up and I'm relaxed in Hleli. Ungathi, yazin, I don't have things to do, but yeah. Anyways, like I said, I went to the shop, guys. Let me just quickly show what I got today. I got these boots from the Fix. Love them. Obsessed. It was love at first sight. I couldn't leave them. Oh, my favorite was this bag from Legit. It's giving expensive, but on a budget. Imagine. And then I got this cute jacket. I don't know what you call it. Is it a jacket or whatever it is? I got this. Also love it. Obsessed with it. I also got these cute earrings. Like, these earrings have that usisi omdala type of vibe. Like, I'm in my lady era. Like, the also motona, like I was saying, these earrings have that type of aesthetic. Hi baby, I'm home. Should I cook or should I get us takeaways? They have that usisi or independent type of vibe. That's the kind of look they are giving and the feel they are giving. Also motona. I will see and then a man adds his money on top. His money is a cherry on top. Amadoda ahlezi akhona in the equation, guys. Asala kanjani? Yes, baba. Yebo, baba. Ngiyavuma, baba. Yeah, guys, kadlala. And then I got just a normal long dress with the slit situation at the bottom. I had to get this because when I went to the dinner the other day, I realized I don't have like nice dinner clothes. So I also want to start piling up on such clothes. But yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to open the vlog. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I just had a bath, so I'm about to sleep. Yeah, that's it from me today, guys. I just wanted to officially open the vlog. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you when I see you, okay? I'm having Coke. Hey guys, so initially this video was supposed to be like a little vlog, but I decided, let me just sit down and chit chat with you guys, tell you guys like a little story time on just basically Christian dating, how my dating life has been for me as a Christian girl, and what recently happened. And I think in this video it was just two lessons that I really learned. The importance of really just following your gut feeling and knowing that's God speaking, and also the importance of really standing for who you are and not compromising, when it comes to relationships, your values. There are things that you can compromise in a relationship, but there are things where you must stand and be firm and say that, no, I'm not going to do this. So yeah, and I think more than anything, dating as a Christian girl has been, I can't say a bit tough. It's been a bit tough, but also I think it's been quite interesting. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a beautiful walk, because now I'm literally doing it with God. I'm listening. Okay, God, should I not? Is this a guy for me? That's just how it's been like my dating life. So let me tell you this quick story of what happened when a guy ghosted me because ngumzalwane, apparently. So yeah. So guys, I tried using the wireless microphone, but that sound, which is a bit distracting. I think normal audio is just better. I'm quite sad about that because I bought it so I can do these story times kayona. So I'm quite sad that I bought something that I can't say useless. You're not useless, my darling.
but you're not doing the job that you're supposed to be doing. But asikho lapho. So yeah, like I said, the story time is just to tell you guys of a recent situation that happened when a guy ghosted me because I'm a Christian girl, and just how Christian dating is like for me, or has been like for me so far, and what I've learned with that, you know, and also the importance of really trusting your gut feeling, and how a relationship with God is beyond you saying that I trust God, I love God. You know, what I've learned is that a relationship with God has to do with so much obedience. Like those two are connected. So the question is, when God speaks, are you going to listen and act on it? That is what obedience is. Are you obedient to the voice of God? You know, so when God tells you leave that relationship, leave that job, you know, that's not good for you, don't do that, don't go there, do you listen? You know, that gut feeling that you have, that's God speaking. So I think for me, it's just having learned to really recognize the voice of God and to be obedient to that voice, even at times when it doesn't make sense, when God tells you don't go there and you're like, but God, I'm just going, I'm coming back, it's nothing deep, you know. But God, like, I've learned to really listen, and to really listen before I do something, before I go. Do I have peace about it? What am I feeling in my heart? Is there something telling me don't go, do this, you know? So yeah, so this is the one time that I was really disobedient to the voice of God, and I didn't listen to my gut feeling. I went irregardless. So yeah, let me just quickly get into it. It's gonna be so quick, I'm sorry. But yeah, so like I said, on this particular day, I think it was like a month back, it was on a Sunday, and spiritually, you know. So in that, my friend sends me a WhatsApp text. She's like, where are you? Come through. I think it was around 8. She was like, where are you? Come through. I'm chilling. You know, I'll Uber you. So I ignored the text. And like I said, I was spiritually down. So I go to my room and I start playing gospel music, because I know once I do that, so I start playing gospel music. And was my mood not lifted? It was indeed. My mood was lifted and I was okay. You know, I felt spiritually revived. And in between that, my friend now decides to call. So now it's the guy calling. One of the guys, she was chilling with 2 guys, and as the only girl. So she's like, you know what, to make it even, let me call my friend. So now instead of her calling, the guy calls. The guy's like, so your friend told me that maybe I could convince you to come through. We're chilling at this particular place. Can you please come through? So I was like, you know what, I'm not in a great space. Even now it's praying, so I'm not in a good space. I don't feel like company. I'm really sorry. I can come through. The guy convinces me like, no, you're gonna have a good time. It's just, you know, just for a drink, and you're gonna come back home. And I'm like, you know what, I can't. Like, I'm not in the right space spiritually. I get sharp. Like, I don't want to be around people. He's like, no, this is the perfect time to be with people. You know. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me call you back and I'll tell you. He's like, okay, cool. I dropped the phone, and the minute I say let me call you back, I know I'm still gonna say no. You know that. You know what, dude? I can't. Like, I really can't. So in between me saying I'll call you back, my friend now calls. She's like, Chomi, come through home at night. The guy's a gentleman, you'll really like him, it's amazing. I'm like, Chomi, but I get sharp, or you know, like Chomi, please, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. You know, I'm like, I try to convince myself. I'm like, God, you're like, God, please understand, you know. God said no, and I didn't have peace about it. But first time I'm like, God, understand, yeah, quick in and out too. Eventually I go, 8:30 to 9, I'm Ubered there, get to the place. And initially they had planned to just quickly change location because they didn't like the place they were at. They wanted something more vibey, right? So when I got there, it was the plan. They were just finishing up their drinks, and I think 15 minutes later, we left, and the plan was to convoy to my friend's place so she can quickly change for the second location, because she wasn't dressed appropriately for the second location. So while we convoying to my friend's place, I get there with the guy first. So initially when I got there and I met the guy, he was great, he was amazing, he was good looking, you know, the guys that usually say this is my type but you end up not dating your type. He is that guy for me, where I always speak on, I like these particular guys that look like this, that I like this. He was that guy, you know, in that sense. Like, he looked good, and I was like, ooh, like, you know, yeah. So eventually I left with the guy. We were convoying to my friend's place. So yeah, we got to the place first with this guy. My friends were behind, they were coming. And then yeah, in the car the guy tells me that, you know what, I'm thinking actually that do you have anything to do tomorrow? Can you please book a place where we can sleep? You know, and I was like, no, I can't book, I don't know you, and besides that, I left home saying that I'm coming back, you know, so I have to go back home. He's like, yeah, you can just text them umdala type of thing. Basically that's what he was saying, and I was like, I can't do that, I need to go back home, besides I don't know you, I just met you, you know. So yeah, he's like, oh, okay, no problem. And then he also tried to lean in for a kiss, and I was like, no, you know, no. You know, not in a rude or bad way, but I was just like, no, it's not the time, it's not the place, it didn't make sense. Like, we are in the middle of a talk and you just lean in with no mood, with no, you know. So yeah, I was just like, no, okay, cool. He was cool. Then we carried on our conversation of talking about relationships, and he started asking me, Uguti, what am I looking for, and what happened in my previous relationships, why am I single, Ginshi. And I was like, you know what, I'm single because guys ghost me. And that's the thing about me. I will be honest, guys. You know when they say that don't tell a man your past, why your relationships ended, or how the previous guys treated you. I'm honest when it comes to that. And I was like, dude, I was ghosted, okay? Because of I'm firm in who I am and what I believe in, and guys cannot take that. And I haven't been meeting the guys that are aligned to who I am or what I stand for. So that's why, like, they just stop talking, and it's okay because I give them an ultimatum. I'm not gonna compromise when it comes to this. So you need to decide if you're gonna be able to stand for it or not. And they end up like leaving, of which is okay and fine with me, right? And I told him that. That's when my friend came through with the other guy, where we were still having that discussion, you know. And my friend was like, you know what, friend, quickly let's go change, and then unkape go change, and then we'll come back and we'll leave for the second location. The guys are like, no, cool, go change quickly, we'll wait for you. And we go change. I think we took 15 minutes. When we came back, the guys were gone. And I was like, friend, they left us, you know. My friend's like, yeah, call them. Maybe they went some if they are gone. Like, if they wanted to go to the garage or something, they would have said that, we know we're going to the garage, but we're coming back. So they left, they're gone. So we tried to call the guy that I was with, voicemail. I'm like, he blocked my numbers. And when I look on WhatsApp, he's online. I was just like, you know what, friend, let's just leave it. They left us. So she calls the guy she was with. The guy's like, no, the other guy said that you guys are going to sleep, you know, so that's why we left. I'm like, friend, it's done, they're gone. Yeah, so at that point I need to now make arrangements to go back home. Like I said, that's how I acted in disobedience, because God said don't go there, but I persisted and I still went through, and that's what happened. So like I said, later on to only find out that when my friend met with the guy that she was with again the next day, she was like, yeah, what happened? Why did you guys leave us? And he was like, no, we left because the other guy said that your friend is a Christian girl, and you know he can't do that, double. So yeah, I think the guy left because he thought that I was a baddie, that I was that girl that he can just book. He drops me back home the next day, and when he figured Uguti, I'm a girl that has these certain values, these certain beliefs, I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna do this, and also I didn't want to kiss him, you know. For him it was a lot, you know. So I was like, it's so sad, because I mean, he could have just said that, you know what, baby girl, for the night, let me take you home. But I'm like, you know what, the worst could have happened had I not been honest with who I was. Had we left, he could have had expectations throughout the night, he could have tried to do things with me throughout the night, it could have been a sour night. So thank God they ghosted us at my friend's place where we were safe. It's just to say that there are things, as a Christian girl, you must know that when it comes to this I can compromise, and this I cannot compromise, you know. And I think for me that has made my dating life easier, because people are so quick to leave. The people that are not there for genuine and for good reasons are going to leave, you know. I think that's basically to say on how I was ghosted because I was a Christian girl. So in that being said, like I said, the main lesson was just learning to listen, to be obedient when God speaks, and what disobedience got me. And also to just say that the importance of knowing who you are and standing firm for who you are, because you're going to face a lot of challenges where you're going to lose. As a Christian person, I think, let me speak on myself, as a Christian girl, I have lost a lot of guys because of who I am, what I believe in, you know, and I'm okay with it, you know. When God said that certain things like don't have sex before marriage, it wasn't because God was denying us something good, but it was because God was putting a perimeter for our protection. And I'm so grateful to see on how it has avoided me a lot of meaningless relationships, you know. Yeah, so like I'll say, Uguti, dating as a Christian girl has its ups and downs, but I think more than anything, it's learning to trust God through it. And now I'm at a place in my life where I fully trust God, and I am at a place where I can stand and not compromise, because before back then I wasn't firm in who I was shying from who I was. I would compromise and say, oh, okay, I believe in this, but it's fine, let's continue, so now it's like, hey, this is a part in my life where it's either you take it or you leave it. It's also just to say that I'm in my season of singleness, and I'm really embracing it, and I'm really loving it, and I'm just taking this time to really better myself in all aspects of my life. I'm not at a point where I'm like, yo, I'm so desperate for love, God, I need love. I'm like, God, if it comes, it comes. I just want to do it the right way. But for now, while I'm not dating, I just want to continue to really enjoy this part of my life, because there's going to be a point where I am in a relationship and I'm probably planning to get married, and I'll never get this time that I have in my single era. So I have so much to still discover about myself, to learn, while I'm still waiting, to build while I'm still waiting. So that's where I am, Yeah, and also I joke a lot on relationships. Like, I think every video I'm watching, it's, I'm going to find my man, because, wow, it is so funny, But yeah, man, that is why basically I'm single, because I'm really taking my time and trusting God and angilali when it comes to that department. Because, guys, the person you marry is very vital. That person can either build or destroy you. You don't want to be stuck in a relationship where you lose yourself. Oh my God, I wasn't this person, where somebody changed, So when God says no to relationships, when God says leave that man, guys, it's because God sees things that we do not see. And I think that's where I am in my life. Even when I meet a man and I date a man and God is like, leave. As difficult as it is, guys, I will leave. When I see the red flags, I will leave. I'm not that type who will see red flags as pink flags. When God speaks, I am obedient to that. I'm like, God, yes, I love him, but I trust God more and I love God more. No one will ever have the position in my life where God has, So that's why sometimes we really cry and want to kill ourselves when relationships end, because we have put those people at a place where God is supposed to be. So for me, it's like nobody can ever have authority like God has in my life. So even when a relationship ends, it will hurt me, but it won't hurt me to a point where I feel like I want to kill myself. Oh God, I can't do this. Help me, save me. I will cry. It will hurt, but I'll be like, God, it's fine. I trust you, So that's how just it's been for me and with relationships, So yeah, man, there's still a lot to unpack and to chat about, what I'm looking for. And as there's still a lot to also unpack and chat about when it comes to relationships, But I think more than anything for me, it's just been trusting God and just, yeah, man, just more than anything, embracing where I am right now, being single and not rushing to be in a relationship. Like, I love where I am, being alone, yeah, man. I hope you guys liked this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So guys, with my little story time, I think more than anything, I'm so grateful for the experience, because prior to that, I remember I was having a conversation with my sister. Why is it this thing, yeah, gut feeling when God speaks? Like, it's so fun on how God speaks to me all the time. And sometimes it's even in the smallest of things where God will say, don't go there. And I end up not going. And I remember questioning God. I'm like, God, it can't be that deep. Like I said in the video that, like, it can't be that you're speaking in the smallest of things, and that's just having a relationship with God where he speaks in the smallest of things. And I was like, God, why am I saying God said this, God didn't say this, God said I can't leave, And here's this one time where I tested God. I'm like, God, let me see what happens when I don't listen. And I actually saw what happened. And I think for me, I'm so grateful. Like I said, it was a lesson for me to really trust my gut feeling and to just be more obeying to the voice of God and to act on it. It's in the smallest of things. Sometimes, like I said in the video when I was speaking, that sometimes it doesn't make sense when God said, today don't go there, don't do that, So I think now more than anything, I'm very strict when it comes to that. If somebody calls me and I feel I don't have peace as keys, I'm not compromising this time. So yeah, I think this time it was just a playing tug of war with God, and yeah, it didn't have to happen like that, but I'm grateful for the experience. Could have been worse. Something worse could have happened, but yeah, I'm honestly grateful that it happened the way that it did, and I learned from it and I have grown from it. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe again.